What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Putting Our Business in the Streets podcast. My name is Demia.
I'm Imani.
We are a mother-daughter duo, and this has been in the works for a long time. Well, I would say not necessarily in the works, but has been a topic of conversation for a long time by me. I guess I could start. So I'm the mother.
I'm the daughter.
And I have been wanting to do a podcast for well over a year now. But I didn't know who I should be doing it with, what I should be doing it about. So I've had a couple of ideas in mind. One didn't really work out. Another one I just don't know if could ever happen. So then I brought it to your attention, and I was like, I really think we should do something together.
Mm-hmm.
And for the longest time, you were like, no.
No, I didn't say no. I just said I think. Well, I was thinking more so YouTube, not a podcast.
Right. But then when I was like, but there's something to say, you'd be like, well, you should just do it by yourself.
Well, because I didn't really see myself doing the podcast, and you kept saying you wanted to do a podcast. So I was like, so just do it by yourself. But you didn't want to do that.
No, because I feel as though more can be talked about when you have more than one person involved.
No, yeah, I get that now because, podcasts are very popular now. Everybody nobody does it by themselves. Or if it is their podcast, there's always a guest on or somebody else. Or if it is their podcast, they still just have somebody else that chimes in back and forth with them.
Right.
So I get it.
And then with us, I just felt like for a long time, it was like we always have conversation going on. So we should really just talk, like put something out, because we always have interesting conversations. I feel as though our relationship is unique. So there's just things that we can just put out there because we are always talking about something.
Yeah.
Every single day. So here we are. And putting our business in the streets, when we were coming up with names,
which was literally today.
Literally, 2 hours ago maybe? And it was, I said, let's come up with something that is unique to us. Like that we talk about all the time or anything like this.
Because I'm terrible with names.
Right. And I said, putting our business in the streets. And at first you were like, no. Like you shot it down. I was like, no.
Yeah.
That's not even it. But then when it was asked, when I'm thinking like, why? It's because when you were growing up, I always used to be like, when you leave the house, don't be putting our business in the street.
What stays in this house, what's said in this house,
stays in this house. Right. But now here we are, ironically, about to have conversation about our lives. And so now we're going to be putting our business in the streets. So where should we start?
Well, our names. We didn't even say our names.
We did at the top.
Oh, we did?
I said my name's Demia. I'm the mother. And you are Imani, the daughter.
And stuff.
I am just turned 52. What's today's date?
The 21st, I think.
18 days ago. And you will be?
I'll be 23 in July.
Yes. And today is, did you say January 21st? So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I am a single mom of a almost 23-year-old. And what a journey we have been on. So, we really don't know what this is going to be about yet. This is our first recording. And we're just going to see where things go.
Yeah.
And, what should we talk about today?
I don't know.
Right now in this moment.
I have no idea. Well, a little bit about me. Like I said, I'm 22. I'll be 23 this year. Just graduated college last year.
Give it up for the graduates.
Yeah. I went to Hampton. Well, we both went to Hampton.
Hampton University, HU.
We don't say that.
Oh, sorry.
That is the wrong. Mom. We don't say that. Oh my goodness.
You gotta edit that part
No,
out.
we're gonna leave that in there. But don't do that ever again. We don't say that. Only the other HU says that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, went to Hampton. But I was a journalism major. Where were you?
I was started off as a computer science major.
Me too, actually.
But then got a degree in business.
Yeah, I started off computer science, but my degree is in journalism. And
well, there's a backstory on that. I went into Hampton University in 1988 and graduated in 1992. Mm-hmm. And you went in 2008. Teen. And graduated in 2022. So confused. So when you graduated, it was my 30th year.
Yikes.
30-year anniversary.
Yeah, and fun fact, Hampton has different class names. It's only 3 class names. The freshmen and the seniors are always the same class, and then the juniors are another class. The sophomores are another class.
So when I went into Hampton, my class name was Quintessence.
And they were the first Quintessence class.
And we were the first Quintessence class of Hampton University.
And when I got there, I was the 11th class of Quintessence.
Always connected. We are always connected. So we are Quintessence red and gold.
Yeah, red and yellow, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Always connected. So you graduated from college last May. Mm-hmm. And you are back home.
Yes.
Trying to maneuver your way through life. Yeah. Figure out how to be an adult. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And coincidentally, you're figuring out how to be an adult, and I feel as though I haven't been an adult yet in my life. But we'll come out. That'll be another day, another time.
Yeah, we can't get in everything, but you're an adult though.
I'm still learning how to adult.
I feel like you're learning how to adult for yourself. Mm-hmm. Because you've tended to me all these years.
Right.
And now that I'm grown.
Right.
You don't know how to... I mean, you'll always have to be a mom, but you don't know how to get out of mom mode.
Right.
Sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Always being a mom. So I need to learn how to be... Not the mama. That used to be a TV show about dinosaurs a long time ago.
Anyway, or just learn to be...
Stay focused.
Like grow.
Shout out to Tabitha Brown.
Oh, jeez.
Go ahead.
Like you still... I mean, all parents do this, but like you still treat me like a child.
Cause you're forever.
So I feel like you need to learn how to be a mom to a
grown adult,
22-year-old.
Right.
Yeah, you know. Mm-hmm. So, yeah,
it's a work in progress. We are all works in progress. So on this podcast, we again don't really know what this is going to be, what it's going to entail, but we will have plenty of stories. We will laugh. We may cry. We will have guests, hopefully. We like to play games, so there's some games. Let's talk about what we like to do. Get to know us better.
Well, first of all, it's only me.
Yeah,
I'm the only child. It's nobody else but me. Mm-hmm. But do we gotta say like where we from? Okay. I feel like we can say where we from.
All that just yet.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. We live on the East Coast.
All right. That's so broad.
We are in the season of winter, which I hate. And like how you said today, it's been so dark and gloomy.
Yes.
For days.
We're from up north. We could say that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We're just never going to say... We feel like we can say where we're from because it's a big...
Sure.
We're from Philadelphia.
We live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
We just don't got to say what part.
I'm real private. I watch too much TV.
But people can relate to that.
People come get you. Sorry.
We're in Philadelphia, Mom. It's so big.
You're right.
So big. And it's a popular city. It's not like being in some small behind town.
You're right.
And that nobody heard of.
You're right. I've lived here all my life. Well, no, that's a lie. I did live in Virginia for...
But once you got grown.
Many years after graduation. And then I moved back home for personal reasons that I may or may not discuss one day. But, yeah.
You've been here ever since.
And I've been here ever since. Had you. And it has been quite a journey. And I wouldn't change not one bit of it, because everything is a learning experience and testimony. Mm-hmm. And it's our journey, our story, our truth. Yes, no?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree. This is going to be hard because it's only been 10 minutes and 30 seconds.
And you bored?
Yes. Not even bored, but it's like, dang, like I keep trying to think what else to talk about.
But again, this is just the intro. We haven't even like.
I mean, it don't have to be super long, but it can't be just 10 minutes.
A topic either. Your first one can be.
I feel like it should be at least like.
Are you gonna edit this part out?
20-ish. No.
We're putting all this in.
This is more time. You're not supposed to edit the podcast.
So it's just the intro. The intro doesn't have to be a whole 30 minutes.
Well, maybe we should actually talk about something.
Okay, what do you want to talk about? So we can talk about like what we did today. So I woke up this morning. I'm an early bird, and she's a night owl. Mm-hmm. I wake up. Unfortunately, my body is conditioned to wake up between 5 and 6 every morning, because that's what time I kind of get up to get ready for work. And her body is conditioned to sleep until, which is normal, much, much later. So if I see her before 12, it's a good day.
I don't sleep past 12 anymore.
What time you get up today?
I got up around like 12-ish. I didn't get out the bed until 1 o'clock.
Didn't I just say what time you get up?
You said, but that's
sleep
12.
Till 12.
You said past 12.
If I see her 12. Before 12 o'clock.
And I've been waking up earlier on some days.
It's a funny thing. But anyway, so I woke up this morning and I was like, I could really go for a bagel and a drink from Starbucks. But this was probably around like 7. Maybe 8. So I said, maybe this will be 1 in the morning. She wakes up early. So I sent you the text.
That's at 9:23.
Wow. Okay. 9:23 this morning. So I sent the text asking or saying, want to go to Starbucks? Nothing. Not that I would ever go in her room and wake her up, because I think that's rude, because I wouldn't want that done to me. But I said, I'll just wait for her to wake up. So I did some things, took my shower, got dressed, did some things around the apartment. Then I say by like 11, 12 o'clock, I got sleepy. And then here she come at like 12, responding back, sorry, just woke up. I done already ate. I done had something to drink. So my taste buds was gone. The whole bagel and drink situation went totally out of my mind. So here she come running out, or surfacing at like 1:30.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, so when we gonna go get that bagel? My mood is gone.
Now, one thing about me, I love food. I love food. And I always tell her she can wake me up for food. Because, yes, I don't like to be waking up out of my sleep if there's no need to be up.
She'll wake up, but then 12 hours later, she'll be like, so, just so you know, I was real mad that you woke me up this morning.
But I would not have done that for food. Because I could have came here, ate my food, and went back to sleep. So, I don't know why she didn't just wake me up, because she knows I don't have a problem with waking up for food. But, yeah.
But needless to say.
But also, if I have a craving for something, I'm going to crave that until I get it.
Nope.
So that's not a real craving. How do you crave something in the morning, then by the time 12 o'clock hit, you don't crave it no more?
Because now I'm hungry. So at that moment, I was hungry. So you should still
want it.
So I went and I ate something else. So now that I have eaten something else,
but I'm saying,
the mood is gone.
So now, but you just don't crave it no more? You didn't get it yet.
It was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Breakfast was over.
Listen.
In my head.
I don't care what time I wake up. I'm going to have breakfast.
This is true. This is what she does.
So... And even because technically I didn't even get breakfast. I mean, you could eat that as a breakfast.
What you got today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like lunch. No.
What did you get?
It was just ham and cheese on the croissant.
Oh. I didn't pay attention.
So
because I got nothing.
That's not really breakfast in my eyes.
Because it didn't have the egg on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you could get it. They consider it breakfast because it was under the all day breakfast menu.
Yeah, because it could have just been a sandwich.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I was about to get that bagel at 2:00 in the afternoon, and that was about to be my breakfast.
Whereas I have already eaten breakfast, which was really just leftovers from last night.
You don't eat breakfast.
And
why most people don't eat breakfast, and honestly, I don't understand why. Me personally, I feel like breakfast is the best. Like out of breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I prefer breakfast.
When you say two things, when you say people don't eat breakfast, mm-hmm. then what do you consider breakfast? So, like, does breakfast have to be an egg, a piece of meat,
yes,
grits, this, that, and the other? So when I get up and I eat peanut butter on toast,
that's breakfast,
right? So,
but you're not. If you wake up and eat leftovers, and those leftovers were spaghetti, that's not breakfast.
I just ate it during breakfast time.
Yes.
But I ate it as the first meal of the day, so technically that's breakfast.
But that doesn't fuel you. Breakfast is supposed to be a meal that gets you going, gets you motivated for your day. Spaghetti don't do that.
Well, it was a lazy Saturday at home.
Okay, I'm just saying, to me, that's not breakfast. You happen to eat it during the early hours of the day.
Right.
That don't make it breakfast. Because when you eat breakfast for dinner, it's still breakfast for dinner. Like, you're not saying, oh, we're just going to have dinner.
Right.
You say, oh, let's have breakfast for dinner.
So I can say I had dinner for breakfast this morning?
Basically. Because it's not breakfast.
Never heard of that.
Well, nobody says that, but if you really think about it, that's what it is.
Okay.
Like, if you eat pizza, you just eating your leftovers from last night for breakfast. I'm saying if you eat pizza the next day in the morning.
Right.
That's not really breakfast.
So if you get up that morning and be like, oh, what you going to have for breakfast? And I say, I'm going to eat the leftover pizza.
I mean, I'm not going to be like, that's dinner for breakfast, but, like, that's not breakfast. Because I'm about to eat bacon and eggs.
I know.
So, and that's breakfast.
Right.
I'm just saying, when you think of breakfast, you don't think of spaghetti, you don't think of pizza, you think of bacon, eggs, pancakes.
Well, I just didn't feel, I mean, I did wake up wanting the bagel this morning, but then at the same time, I was like, well, I'll just eat something that's in the kitchen. And then I was like, I don't feel like pulling out a pot or a pan. So I'm just going to warm up the spaghetti.
Too, but then that's when I just do, like, cream of wheat or something.
No, again, I didn't feel like pulling out a pot.
But it's still less work.
A pan or a spoon.
You just wanted to warm it up.
Yep, that's it.
No, I get that. I had those days too. And then I'd be mad because now I can't have breakfast.
And then if I had to say, or if I was asked what's my favorite meal of the day, I too would say breakfast. But
and when you think of breakfast, you think you don't. If you going out and you want breakfast, you don't want spaghetti.
This is true. I get the point. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I guess it's all on how you say it or how you ask it. So yeah, I get it. So that was our day today. So let's just start off with today. That's what we did today. And then we came back. And piddle paddle. That's what Angelique says. I piddle paddled, which means you just did some lazy stuff around. And we started talking about this and different things that we want to do.
Well, tell them. Well, you didn't tell them, like, this morning you woke up and you said you were in a mood.
Oh, yeah. So this morning I was in a mood. What did I say, though?
You said you watched my video. Because I have a YouTube channel.
Yes. She has a YouTube channel. And I used to have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
That I stopped, we figured out, a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
About a year and a half ago. And after watching your video that you just recently posted, I went back and watched some of my old ones because I have been toying around with what's the word I want to say? Bringing that channel back or doing the channel again, whatever the terminologies I want to use. So,
sidebar. That was no. You can continue. I'll say after.
So that was something that I was thinking about this morning.
Excuse me.
So I was like with that, and then again thinking about the podcast and how this is something that we should start. So it was just a lot of things that we can start planning and doing because 2023 is all about redesigning my life. That's the theme. of my 2023. And these are things that I used to love to do and enjoy doing and wanted to explore and put it out there. So is that what you were telling me to explain?
Yeah. Because then that's what, like, jump-started the conversation later. When I got up and we were talking about it in the car.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I woke up in a mood. You were like, ugh.
Yeah, because I thought you were in a bad mood.
Right. Because I be all over the place sometimes, y'all. My feelings just be... I wake up in the morning, I don't know how I'm going to be. And that's just how I am. So, like, if you ask me a question or something, I can't answer you tonight. Let me sleep. I'm literally the person that has to sleep on it.
Literally.
Are you literally yawning?
Yes, I'm tired.
Again, you woke up 5 hours ago. And now you're tired. That was rude.
That was disrespectful. Not rude.
But anywho, so, yes, this is where we are. So this is our beginning of the Putting Our Business in the Streets podcast. What?
All right.
I am excited. I hope this wasn't dry because it is literally 8:17 p.m. and you know
you are saying that like
I'll be ready to go to bed in a minute.
Like it's 1 o'clock in the morning. That's not late.
I'll be ready to go to bed in a minute. It's such a shame. We are so opposite.
Well, I'm also 22 and you're 52.
I be tired in these streets.
I mean, when I was working full time, I would come home and go to bed early. So I get it, but I can still hang. You can't.
It's nothing for me to hang for today. Nothing at all. So, all right. So that's what we are today.
That's all we talking about?
We don't want to talk about everything at one time.
Mom, obviously we can't do that.
What else you want to talk about?
I don't know.
What we gonna do tomorrow?
Just seem okay. We're not just gonna talk about what we're gonna do each day, like the topic.
Our Eagles played today. I wonder if we won.
Oh my gosh. We don't watch football.
I know, but we should still be celebrating. Somebody actually asked me yesterday. I was walking and the guy was like,
"Did the playoffs start yet?" Like,
yeah, I think this was it.
Okay. Because the Super Bowl is in like.
Oh, it must have just started because it says quarter 1.
Who are they playing?
The Giants.
Oh. I
Again,
mean,
that means nothing to us because I don't watch sports. I mean, I know what a game is, but this says NFL divisional round. I don't know. If this is the first playoff game or not, I don't know the answer to that question. I would assume yes, because it's January 21st because the Super Bowl around the corner.
It's in like 2 weeks.
And who's performing in the Super Bowl?
Rihanna. Speaking of her, she just, well, I can say it. Because I don't want my chances to be limited, but she's giving out 2 free tickets to the Super Bowl.
Did you apply?
Rihanna. All you had to do was tag somebody in the comments and follow the 2 pages, but I already followed the 2 pages.
Oh, okay. Rihanna is Imani's favorite female entertainer.
No. She's my favorite. Like, she's not my favorite artist. I like her. I mean, she makes good music, don't get me wrong, but I like her for her business side more.
My bad. Who's your favorite female entertainer?
I don't have a favorite.
Oh, okay. But
I just look up to Rihanna because she, she's like all around. Like, she's not just in one box. She's not just a singer. She can sing. She has a makeup line. She has a clothing line. Like, she does a lot. And she's successful at it. And she's very private. She don't let everybody in her business. So, I like that. I mean, Beyonce's like that too, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I like Beyonce. I'm just not part of the Beehive.
Right. You're part of the, what's she called? The Navy? Re-Navy.
Everybody's been saying her name correctly recently.
Rihanna? Somebody just said, I heard that too. I wonder why it came out like that.
I think she's been introducing herself more as Rihanna, because that's how it's pronounced. But, and you see Raven-Symoné, it's not pronounced Simone. It's pronounced like Simone Ye. It's definitely Ye at the end, but it's not Simone.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe it's always been like that. It's just.
But hasn't
just like
she
Rihanna, it's always been Rihanna. Rihanna always introduced herself as Rihanna. People just say Rihanna.
Right, but Raven-Symoné has said
back
Simone.
in the day when she would do I'm Raven-Symoné. You're watching Disney Channel. She
exactly.
said Raven-Symoné. But I'm not knocking her because I love Raven-Symoné. Well, I can't. I love Raven because I don't know the actual pronunciation that she said.
Now I'm going to have to read up on that. I used to go to school with a girl in grade school, and her name was pronounced one way. And then we got to high school, and she started telling people it was pronounced the other way. And I'm like, girl, no, it's not. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do
that. I'm not going to argue with you about your name. If you want to change it, then.
Right. Just say you change it. Don't say that after 8 years we've been saying it wrong all this time.
Yeah,
and now we get to high school, and now you're like, no, it's pronounced this way. That's not what your daddy called you.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And I get it, because both of our names are.
I feel like my name is not that hard, and I don't get why people get so stumped.
I don't feel as though my name is that hard either.
Your name is.
We are both.
I have a more common black name though.
In a position where our names are mispronounced often, so I don't see how I could go years and years and years with never correcting somebody.
I don't correct
with the
people
pronunciation
when they say
of my
name.
name. And you know that annoys me.
Because here's my thing. When I introduce myself, I say Imani. But for some reason, people like to say Amani. Because that's also how some people do pronounce it. Mm-hmm. And there are some spellings with an A, even though mine isn't. But clearly, for some reason, people prefer, when people see that I, they think A more than they think E. I'm just saying
see the letter I. The sound I've even gotten I
before.
I or I. Like igloo or ice cream. Nowhere does it say A.
I don't know, but I'm just gonna say it's mainly white people that say Amani. Most black people, when they see my name, they know to say Imani. But when it's white people, they always say Amani. But I introduce myself as Imani. So I don't know where they get it from, but I'm not about to correct you every time because I just feel like if you cared enough from the jump, you would have never called me that because I didn't introduce myself as Amani.
And that's why you need to be correcting it.
Because
that's
too many people
name.
Say that. Even my kids at work say it. I'm not about to correct them.
The kids I get.
No, you
but
don't.
The grown people.
Because that's not my name. Because if I were to say their name wrong, they would sure let me know. But also, no, the real reason why I never cared is because I don't hear my full name that often. Because most people call me Mani.
So that's why it should bother you more.
It doesn't, because I don't hear it that often. So if you mistake it one time, sadly, I don't care that much. I just don't.
If someone that's not close to you says it wrong. So like, what if one of your cousins kept saying Amani?
Which she did.
Forever and a day.
Well, you corrected. I was a child back then. I definitely didn't care. There's somebody now that still says that. But, I don't know. I just feel like if you care that much, you'll say it right.
Okay. To each his own. You say my name wrong, I'm like, no.
Your name is way different. That's what I'm saying. Like, my name doesn't bother me as much because even black people mess up your name. Because your name, like, my name isn't a common name, but it's common in the black community. So where people know how to pronounce it. Yours is not.
My name isn't common anywhere.
That's what I'm saying.
Anybody's community.
That's exactly my point.
Gotcha. But still, I need you to say it right. Now,
I feel like your name gets mispronounced more than mine because my circle is mainly all black people.
Gotcha.
Besides work. So, and then them people still don't call me Imani. They just say Mani. So, like, I very rarely hear that extra syllable.
They even call you Mani at work?
No. Oh. I'm saying my friends. But yeah.
I guess. I mean, if I had a nickel for every time somebody had said my name wrong, we'd probably be millionaires.
I just don't get why people mispronounce my name because it's really not that hard. I get it if I didn't say it. Dang, you only do 30 minutes on there? I get it if I didn't say it the first time, but if I say, oh, my name's Imani, I could have said E, not A. Mm-hmm. But I've never corrected anybody. Unless they say, like, unless they really butcher it, but...
Yeah, and I've gotten some butched up pronunciations.
Yeah, I've never got... I just it's that first syllable that people mess up with.
Yeah, no, I get it all. I've had R's in my names, L's. It's been crazy. And I'm like, but when I said it, I didn't say it like that at all.
Yeah, but I do make it a point to say people's names correctly. And if, you know how, like, there may be, like, some cultures have more syllables in their names, so people will be like, oh, I'll just call you this. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't do that. Like, if that's your name, that's what you want to be called, I'm going to learn how to say it. Like, there is a girl at my job whose name, like, I just could never remember. And I would ask her, I said, is it pronounced this way or is it pronounced this way? Mm-hmm. And then I would just constantly say it to myself, because I'm not going to just call you what I want to call you, because I'm not going to take the time out.
Right.
To learn how to pronounce it.
And somebody did that to me one time. They were like, can I just call you this? No, you can't.
That's not my name.
You can say Demia.
It's not that hard.
Right.
Say duh. Me.
Right.
And put it together. Oh my God.
And it was so nice the other day, because I just started a new job this week. The lady came up to me and she said, is it Mia or Maya? Mm-hmm. I said, thank you. It's Mia. And she was like, okay. And she just kept saying, she said, I'm just going to keep saying your name so I say it right. I was like, thank you very much. I appreciate
That's how I had to do with the girl at my job. I just kept saying her name to myself, because I was like, I'm not about to just not call you by your name. Mm-hmm. Like that, I feel like that's disrespectful.
Right.
Especially if you're not saying, but you can just call me this.
Right. If I was to say it.
Yeah,
right.
If you were to say it, then I'm like, okay, cool.
Right.
But no.
But don't just be like, no, you're not going to disrespect me like that. You're going to say my name. Or don't
call
me anything at all.
Right. Just be like, hey, girl.
Right.
Like
exactly. So yeah, it's what's in a name is what I always say, but it is unique to me and I love it. So I need you to call me it now. Yeah. As an adult, I want my whole name, not a nickname.
I wish I had a nickname.
Yes, I know.
Like Mani, like that's still my name. Like I want a nickname where you wouldn't even know that that's my real name or what my real name is. Hers is Didi, by the way. Nobody, that could be anything. Mm-hmm. Everybody calls her Didi or D.
Let me call you I.
No.
What's up, I?
I is not a good. You can do that with D, B, like those type letters. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mimi.
Yeah.
I got all kinds of nicknames that could be coming about my name.
Your name?
Mm-hmm.
Like what?
Mia.
Don't nobody call you Mia. But
Mimi. You can say Mimi if you wanted to. You can
if
say
you
Didi
wanted to,
if you
ain't
wanted
nobody
to.
saying that.
Dora says Demia.
She's just pronouncing your name wrong. That's not how you say it.
I mean, she knows how to say it. She just says it a different kind of way. But yeah, having a different name, a unique name it can be stressful, but I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
My parents gave it to me.
Mine is just the spell. Like, I have to spell my name out every time. Like, when you go somewhere, I don't even let you think. I say Imani, I-M-A.
And it's funny, your name is common because, and it's a common name with many, many spellings.
Yes, it is. Which is why I say recently, this. Which is why I'm not too mad.
Right.
People say Amani because I've met some people named Amani.
Yeah. And it's different. It's weird because when your pediatrician's office, there was another person there, and they used to always say, "Is it with an A or an I?" Because they had the same last name.
Oh,
I'm not gonna say the last name out loud.
Yeah,
but then,
don't do that.
When I went to go pick up your prescription the other day, they asked me, "Was it with an A or an I?"
Probably somebody else. My last name is very common.
But I think that's the first time I was asked that, so it must be a new patient.
Probably.
Yeah, so I thought that was interesting.
Well, normally, don't they just ask for the date of birth, though?
It's usually your name and then your date of birth. Yeah.
Oh.
But either way, it was still interesting with the A or I. So, yeah, there we have it.
Yeah.
All right, I feel like that's a good start because I'm getting tired.
All right.
I done cuddled up underneath the blanket. And
I'm hungry.
I'm about to finish sipping this eggnog. And I'll be ready to go to bed.
All right. Well, that's it.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us on our very first episode of Putting Our Business in the Streets podcast. Right now, this podcast can only be listened to. Yeah. But soon, in the future, I don't know how many podcasts down the line, will also be able to be seen on YouTube.
Yep.
So, I don't know. What happens at the end of the podcast? Do they just follow? So be sure to follow us on whatever streaming services you...
we'll be on all streaming platforms. Spotify, Apple Music, whatever is out there. But we'll eventually be on YouTube too. Because me personally, I know podcasts are meant to be listened to, but I like to watch them. Because my attention span is more than a squirrel's.
She needs visual. And I do sometimes prefer, like all the podcasts, well, no. I mean, yeah. I don't know what I just said. They need to be both. Visual
I feel like all audio. Podcasts need to. I mean, I'm not in the...
For all the ages.
Listening podcast world, but I do feel like the visuals do really good too.
Yeah.
Because so many people like to actually watch them. But then there are still the people that like to listen.
Yes. But don't worry. We'll let you know when we will be up and running on YouTube. But right now, thanks for listening. Mm-hmm. And please come back again. We hope to have these out every week. Not sure what day, but we'll let you know.
Yep.
We'll have more information to follow on our next podcast. So thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.